Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back to another Stormworks video and welcome to episode 7 of our Hardcore Career Mode series. Today we're going to be finishing off our new search and rescue boat. We're going to start off by fixing a few mechanical problems, then move on to finishing the interior. So we might be a little bit all over the place today, but hopefully it all works out as it should. But anyway guys, as always, I hope you'll enjoy. Let's get started. Okie dokie, so here we are back in the workbench once again. So the first thing we're going to start with is to fix this roll problem. So currently when we turn to the left, the boat rolls to the right and then vice versa. So to fix that, I think what we're going to do, we're going to grab some more fins. We're going to chuck them up the front like that. So we got a negative up on that side, and on this side we're going to have it a positive. So let's change that. Boop. Flip it around like so. Very good. And then we're also going to have a clamp, if I could spell, just like that. We'll just make it white for the sake of it, and we'll chuck it up in the back here, and boop, turn that around like so. Okay, so what we want to do, the minimum value, we want to have minus 0.5, and the maximum value, we want to go 0.5. So that should work. You can only hope. And then what we're going to do, we're going to connect that up to our steering on the A and the D. Okie dokie, and then this will go down to both those. Very nice. So I guess we're going to find out for sure if that works when we do a bit of testing, but for now, that should be just fine. Next up, I actually want to move the fluid jets up one more block. So this is going to get a little bit messy. Let's get rid of this. And some of this stuff up here's got to go. So we're going to have to do a little bit of moving, I think. So what we'll do, going to grab, wait, let me see what we've got going on here. Okay, that gyro can move. We're going to have to move a few things around for the moment, unfortunately. So what I might do, I might move this all the way over to here. We'll just put it on top of the fuel tank for now. Why not? We'll try and put it in the middle if we can. And we'll just paste it right there just to keep it out of the way for now at least. Actually, let's make a little hole in the floor. That might make it just a little bit easier to do what we're doing. And then all of this, we might move all of this as well, actually. Okay, boom, boom. Yep, grab it. And I think for now we might just put everything... Oh, we could just come up a block, actually. Or even that spot could probably stay. I might just leave it for there for now. We'll just fill in, actually, yeah, no, along the sides, hey, yeah, all right. Let's grab some blocks, go along like that, and just like so. Very good, okie dokie. Now, this last little controller here is in the way. Also, grab that. We'll just move it up a couple blocks. We'll just put it right there for now. Can that go on top? Yes, it can. Awesome. So, let's get rid of all of that. That needs to go. They can go. Very nice. Let's actually move the jets up themselves. We're going to go boom. Grab it, come up one block, and should we bring it further out? We may as well, a couple blocks, just like that. Maybe that won't hurt. Just go like so, and paste her in right there, and then we're going to do the exact same to this side. Okie dokie, so I think I've patched up the back of it pretty well. Maybe it looks a little bit funny, but it will work, and I've connected up all the pipes, which is really good. Next up, let's just make ourselves a little bit more room. Someone also mentioned that the alternators on the front aren't currently doing anything, so we actually need a constant number for that. So we're going to grab one of these, just go white, and I might chuck it at the back with everything else, actually. So that's all probably up too high as well, and we can sort that out later on. Just on the one side, please, and this will just be number 1. Awesome, grab it and connect up to the alternators, which are those two right there. Alrighty, now that that's done, we actually need to add a pump in and a pump out for our fuel just there. So we might just go off our main fuel line. So if we get rid of some of this, okay, maybe leave that one there. Good, let's grab a couple of pumps, and we're going to need one that goes in and one that goes out. So we'll go one in like that and one out, which is which? Okay, out is in. So that's pump in. This one's pump out. Alrighty, so let's go with some pipes, and we'll connect all of this together. So what we're going to do, going to come across, and then we're going to go over up that way. Good. Grab a T-piece, turn that around like so. Boop. Nice. Grab another one of those angles, turn it around like so. Very good. Now, I'm pretty sure that this will work. I don't actually know for sure, though, but I think that can go and that can go. Let's connect them back together like that. Good. And then these can meet again and go over to our fuel tank. Turn that around like so. T-piece can come, or I suppose it can come down and then across one, I guess. Why not? Boom. And then we're going to have our little suction piece right here, or our port rather. Turn this around up that way. Good. Grab another angle. Chuck it on the top just like that. Awesome. And then we're not going to fit that back in there, are we? So just go a few little wedges. Should be just fine. So hopefully that all works. We should probably paint that the right colors too. Boom, 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 and all of that. Very good. I'm hoping that that works. I guess we're going to find out. And then what we can do, we can just have a little couple buttons here, some toggle buttons. We'll just go white to match the rest of the boat for now. Boom and boom. So this will be pump in, and this one will be pump out. Very nice. Let's connect those up right now. So pump in was going to go to that one, and pump out was that one. Awesome. And the last thing I want to do while everything is all open is actually add reverse onto this rear gearbox. So if we go reverse there, and then I might also lower that ratio just a little bit because we're having those stalling problems. And yeah, that might help a little bit, hopefully. Very good. I think we're all good to fill this in now. So let's go like that. Awesome. And we'll just paint the top of this, I suppose, back to its original color. And also just underneath, I wanted to add some weight blocks in to help even it out a little bit. Not too much, just a little bit, not too much. Look how much I've done. That's fine. It'll be okay. And we'll just go white for now. And we'll just fill all of that in like so. That should be plenty. I think we'll get rid of those ones. That'll be a-okay. We'll just fill that back in. And we give everything a quick paint, just like so. Very nice. All right, so let's do a couple of cosmetic things on the outside, and then we're actually going to jump onto the inside of the boat. So what I want to do, I actually want to have a couple of windows here somewhere. So if we go something like that, bit of a skylight coming on the inside. So let's chuck them in right now while we're here. We'll go some 2x3s, I guess. We'll go around like that. Boom, boom. Okie dokie. I don't mind that. Maybe actually, can we? No, we can't because they're in the way. Or what if we, actually, let's just scrap that. Let's move them over one. We'll go like this instead because I've got a little idea we can do on the inside afterwards. Let's leave it just like that. And then on the top, I want to have some sort of little like tower thing. So I don't actually know how I want this to look, but I sort of have an idea. If we come around like this, what if we come up from here? We'll come up maybe 3, 2, 3, something like that. And then we'll come up a little steeper with some of these. We'll come up like that. Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay, let's just keep it going. Get rid of the stuff on the inside just like so. Good. And then we'll grab, should we make it wider? Yeah, well, let's go like this. Grab some 1x2s, turn them around. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. And some of these ones to try and meet up in the middle like that. And should we just come straight down at the back, or should we come up on an angle maybe? Let's try and come up on an angle. Yeah, like this. We'll grab some of these and do the same on the bottom. Just like that. And we actually need a little one of those to fill in like so. Very nice. I don't know. Maybe we should make it a bit taller. Maybe some sort of support at the back as well. I don't know. Let's keep it going. Boom. And then if we just grab some little wedges maybe, some of these ones, turn them around like that. Or actually, let's go like this. Boom. And then we need something to kind of stick out the side. So how are we going to go about that? What if we go here-ish? Oh, I don't know how I want this to look actually. We go like that. Then this has got to be, okay. Then we'll get rid of these again. Sorry. Come around like that. Then we'll come up like so. That can meet up on a block here. And that can be where the sides stick out. Let's go like that. Boom, boom. Fill that back in. Got a couple little wedges to fill it on the back as well. Try and do it as we go. Boop. Nice. And then we actually need one of these. Come around like that. Yep, get rid of this one. And we'll just come up with some wedges up there. So go like this. Boom, boom. Okay, a little on the strange side, isn't it? But we'll see. A couple blocks. Boop, boop, boop. Up in the top like that. Is that weird? I think that's very weird. Should we just end it off with some wedges like that? Yeah, that'll do for now at least. Or the other option is we could go some wedges like this and put one of them in the top and a little wedge at the back as well. Why not? Just go like that. Very strange. We'll leave it like that for now. I don't know. We might change that though. I don't know if I like it. And then maybe, well, yeah, which way do we want these to go? Maybe like this. We could go like that. And I want to put some lights on it somewhere though. So what if we get rid of them? Come along like that and then put one of these on the back side of that. Will that work? Turn them around like so. Oh, I really don't like that. Hey, I might change it. I might make it a little bit taller. Give me one sec. All right, I think that looks just a little bit better from the side, at least. I don't know about the front or not, but that's what we got at the moment, so we're going to stick with it. The purpose of this was to put some lights at the top, so let's grab a couple of these, boop, just like that, and then we want our red. I believe we're on this side, so let's go red, and over here will be green. Take that off symmetry, boop, just like that. Okay, not not too bad, I don't think. We might leave it just like that. But anyway, let's move on inside now. So the first thing I want to do is actually lower the seat by 1 block. So actually what we'll do, get rid of that whole slab just like that, and we'll just move the chair down like that. Boop, nice, cool, and boom, boom, awesome. Now those throttles are going to go, all those dials are going to go as well. You get them out of the way. Now I think, should we leave the seat there? I think we might. Let's just work from the back first. So I know I could fit more of these seats in. However, I want these seats. I think they look just a little bit better. So if we just go start there and we'll just come forward, what, 8? 4 on each side. I think that will be plenty. I honestly can't see us needing more than that. So I might leave it like that. That'll be fine. And then I'd like some wedges. We'll just go around here to make this just look a little bit better. All around the doorway, just like that. Awesome. Boop. Grab one of these just to fill in that little top bit. Yes. Okay, that's going to have to do, I suppose. We could probably make that look just a little bit better there too. And just go around the top like so. Nice. And then in front of that chair, I think maybe we can move this seat forward 1 more block. Oh, we'll leave it there for now, but we might end up changing it. Yeah. So let's just go over here, and in front of this seat, I want to have like a little wall, something like that. And then the way down is actually going to be, ooh, the fuel tank's in the way. The way down will be right here. That's the only spot I know where I can put it. Yeah, okay, let's just tidy this up a little bit, and then we'll put some ladders in. Grab some of these. What if we go like that along there? Then we sort of just have to separate the chair from here. That's the problem. Okay. If that's going to come up maybe here, then we've got a little walkway, and this will block that in. Ooh, I don't know about this, hey? Can we put a little step in? Will that make it look just a little bit better? Boop. And we'll turn that around like so, and then we can put a little wall up here, I guess. Yeah, okay, I don't mind that. Let's work on this side first, and we'll come back to that. Now, ladders, boop. So this will go down underneath. Turn this around like so. And then we have the fuel tank right in the way. So, oh, that's not in the middle, is it? That little piece. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I might we'll sort out the fuel tank first. So I might move it. Actually, let's get rid of all of that. All of this can go. It's in the way. Unfortunately, we'll sort out the tank in just a moment. Let's get these ladders in first. Boom, 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 boom. And we'll come down like that. And then just to make it look a little bit better, we'll get rid of every second one and that bottom one, actually. Don't need that. And grab some blocks, fill that in like so. All right, so this is where the fuel tank is going to start. So if we grab our 1x4 wedges, turn it up. That's not going to work, is it? I need just a little wedge, please. Turn that around like so. We'll do that on each. Oh, we don't need ladders on this side as well. Boom, boom. Then we're going to need some 1x4s. Grab these. Can I connect that to that now? Yes, I can. Good stuff. All right. And then we'll just fill this side in like nothing has happened. Yes. Make sure we get all those little gaps though. Okay, that's going to be a little block. That's fine. Okay, something like that. Then we're going to move this back over under here somewhere. So I guess grab this, move it back in there, across and up. Oh, and forward. Paste and merge that all together. All right, nice. So this will be the wall at the back. So if we go along like that, that has filled that in. Nice. So we've got all of this room to play with. However, these are in the way. So let's get rid of all of them. Boom. Grab them in my hand first. And I'm going to put some up the front, I suppose. Yeah, we'll make like a little area where the pivot sits. We'll just go like that. Will that be fine? Actually, let's get rid of the ones here. Let's just fill all that in with pivots. Okay, that's fine. Then we can put some sideways along there because I'm actually going to put the bed underneath all of them, I think. I think that'll work. So we'll go boom. Then we'll fill in that little wall like that. Then we'll come along, fill that in. That didn't come outside. Nope. And we're going to chuck a bed right on top of that. I think that that'll work, actually. Go boom. Okay, nice. That'll be fine. Grab some more blocks, fill in the front just like that. Awesome. Nice. And then I suppose we'll just block that up like so. Fill in the tippity top, just like that. Still a couple more over here. Good stuff. All right, now I do actually want to put a couple of windows in here. So how we're going to do that, I don't know. What if we just go some little windows about there? Would that be all right? That'd be fine. Window, a 1x3 or on both sides. Good stuff. Turn them around like that. And then we've got a big piece there. We can't get rid of that. So what if we just go some little wedges, put some above and below, boop, and like that. That'll probably be fine, I'd say. Nice. And then we actually do need an entrance to get into the back here. So let's make a little bit of room for ourselves. I think we'll use a hatch. If I could spell, grab a sliding one. That might be best. Turn that around. Put it right there. Okay, get rid of these. We'll chuck some ladders in right here. Yes, yeah, just like that. Get rid of boom and boom. Okay, this could possibly work if we're lucky. Can I just grab a little wedge? Yep. Oh, no. Boom and boom. Okay, cool. And then we'll fill in that as normal. Okay, so we do have a way to get in the back now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly shuffle this fuel tank back as far as possible. Oh, no, can't really go back one block. I might make these pipes come in the top. We'll see. Let me sort that out and I'll be back in just a moment. All right, so I've moved the fuel tank all the way back to the engine now. I'm hoping that that will be just fine. The only thing is if something breaks, we most likely won't be able to get to it. So yeah, I'm willing to take that risk, but we might be right. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. I'm also keen to see how much this tank's going to hold as well. I guess we'll find out in due time. Now, before we finish off down here, I do actually want to move back up and sort out up here first. Now, in the roof, are we able to get all the way around the window? Yes, we are. Okay, good. I do want to put some wedges on the outside of that, make it look just a little bit better. Not on both sides. Oh, no. Let's fill that back in and do it again. Boom, 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 and boom. Awesome. Turn these around like that. Go along like so. Boop. Silly chairs in the way. Nice. Around this way. And along the front, please. There we go. Awesome. Then we'll fill it in with some inverse pyramids. Go around. Boom. Boom. And boom. Okay. That doesn't look too bad. I don't mind that at all. And then let's go back to the one side. Let's finish off over here. So if we just come along like this, just fill in that spot there. A couple of wedges around here. And I think that that'll be just fine. We just need to do a little bit of painting to make that look just a little bit better. And then as far as this side goes, I actually want to put like a screen in the middle. So if we go along like this, grab a couple of wedges, we go down like that. I don't know. I want the screen on this side, kind of in the middle of the steering wheel if possible. So if we get a robotic pivot, yeah, one of these ones. And I think we want it right here. So we come around like that. Okay, that's good. Then we'll get a monitor. Is it called a monitor? Yes, it is. A 2x3 should work. Stand this one up. Okay, good. Let's get rid of it just for a moment. Let's get rid of all of these. And I'm hoping that it can go into here. Like that little cavity. But it still seals it off. Keeps a little dash on the top. But it should work. So let's go back to monitor. 2x3. Turn that up like so. And I'm hoping that can angle back in there. I guess we'll find out. Then I suppose we'll just fill in the side like that. Can I break in here? I'm pretty sure. Boop. Yes, nice. Okay, plenty of room. Good. Now I want to go along there, all along the bottom. Okay, and we'll just fill in that spot as well. That should be A-okay. And then underneath that, we'll come all the way along. And what on earth are we going to do over here? What if we try and match that angle by using some inverse pyramids? Come around like this. Boom, boom. Okay, that's probably fine. And maybe we'll go all the way to there, I guess. And then we'll put some sort of like a bench thing over this side. Go, hey, definitely not like that. Like this. Good. Reach under there and come all the way along. Okay, so that's like a little area. I suppose that'll work. We can fill that side piece back in. Let's chuck that constant number in right now. See how that's going to look. So we'll just go right there. Now, which way do we need that to go? Is that negative backwards? It is. Okay, so if we go negative 0.5, it should match the angle of those wedges, I guess. So if we go minus 0.5, something like that, and then we'll connect that up to there. I should rotate that back. I guess we'll find out. Now, next up, we may as well do something with the area up here. So if we go a compass, we'll chuck a compass up the top. Where is a compass? Compass? Yes, that one. Good stuff. Now we'll put that right in the middle, which is right here. Hey, just like that. That'll be fine. And then let's go display, because I want our speed to be displayed up on the top as well. If I can rotate the right way. There we go, nice. And we might change the digits. Oh, wrong way. That way. Decimals disabled. That might be better. Yeah, just to show the number. This will be speed. Alrighty, very good. It's starting to look pretty nice. We do need to give it a bit of a lick of paint though, but for now that is a-okay. So let's get a few little dials in that we need, and then I'll sort out the map and some power off camera, I suppose. So as far as display goes, what if you use some instrument panels? We'll just go 4 of them. We should be able to reach all those buttons from our seat. That should be fine. Then we've got a bit of room over here too. Alrighty, so what should we have first? Maybe some engine information here, and then we can have some buttons there maybe. So what if we have our RPS? That's quite important. They can display a maximum of 15. That'll be just fine. RPS, then we'll have our temperature on number 3, actually, because I think that's what comes out of the engine. So if we have temperature on 3, that will be okay. 0, what, maximum of 100, then we know we're in a bit of trouble. That'll be fine. Our battery on this one wouldn't hurt either. 0 and 1 on number 2. And then number 4, which will be just there, that can maybe turn the whole boat on. So engine on, that will turn on our map, our cooling pumps and everything else. Just keep it nice and basic, and that will be a toggle button. Is there a button? Oh, what if we do a flip switch? Actually, that'd be pretty cool. On number 4. Nice, we've got that whole little thingamajiggly sorted out. Then number 1 up here can be reverse, I suppose. Just like that on a button, toggle number 1. And number 2 can be gear, I suppose. So we can change gears in the gearbox if we need a bit more pulling power or whatnot. And that can also be on a button, toggle number 2. Very nice. I don't know if we're going to use those 2 under there for now, but we might just leave them at the moment. Now, I want to have some of the lights on this one here. So let's go number 1. Can be interior light. Oh, if I could spell that without a capital, good. That would just be another, what if I go a few flip switches over here? Let's open all this up. Good. All right, so interior light. Then we got deck lights, I suppose, can be next. Like that, and flip switch, good stuff. Number 2. Number 3 can be front spotlights, and that can be the ones on the roof, and then we'll go like that. And then we can have also the front lights, and that can be a flip switch on number 3. And then we've got the lights in the front. I suppose you can call them bow lights, those ones that are right in the front there. So we'll do that, bow lights. Yes, that'll be fine. And that can also be a flip switch. Very nice. And then maybe on number 1 on this one, we can have rear spotlights, I guess, like so, and make that a flip switch. Very good. And then number 2 can be location lights, like that. So that'll be the ones on the roof on a flip switch number 2. Okie dokie. Is that just about covered it all? We got those ones up there. Ones on the front, ones spotlights on the rear, which are those ones, and our deck lights. We've already done those. Right, now that that's all done, let's sort out some of the specialist equipment we're going to have, and then I'll have to do a bit of connecting up to some power. So, specialist equipment, what have we got to play with? We're going to need a whole bunch of stuff, so maybe we should put a medical bed in on this side. If we just go right there, that'll be just fine. Then underneath we can have a bit of equipment. So, a defib wouldn't be a bad idea to start with. We'll rotate that way. Good, and we're going to have a whole bunch of first aid kits over here. Boom, boom, boom. Can I? No, I can't drag them. Boom, 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 boom. 8. So we just fill that whole thing in. May as well. Plenty to play with there. And we'll just go like this. I don't know what this is going to be, but we'll just fill that all in like so. We can put a few bits and pieces here. Or maybe on this side can have our tools. That might be a better idea. Go all the way along like so. Fill the top in like that. And we'll just put a couple of wedges on that corner so we don't hurt ourselves when we run past it. Alright, so this whole area here is going to have some specialist equipment. So we're going to need a couple of fire extinguishers, or maybe we can put the fire stuff on the back wall here. Let's do that. So, fire, we'll go, oh, what's that? Okay, can't do that. Get rid of all of these. So have maybe, can I put one here too? Yeah, should be able to. Boom, 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 boom. And then firefighting equipment, we'll chuck one of them right there. Now, I don't plan on doing any diving, so I might leave diving equipment off for now. I don't think we're going to need it. That could change at some point, but for now, I don't think we'll need it. Now, we'll chuck a couple of welders on the front, couple of those. What if we go 3 regular and 2 underwater? I think that'll be absolutely heaps. Boom, boom. And a heater down here probably wouldn't be a bad idea either. However, we should have one upstairs, but we might put one at both, actually. That's not too bad at all. Can we fit one just here? Yes, we can. Good. So we'll have a heater downstairs, and we'll also have a heater upstairs. I don't know where we're going to put it, though. What if we just chuck it in the side here? Is that weird? Let's do it anyway. That should heat up this whole room. Or you'd hope so anyway. I might put a little button over here for that. On number 4 can be heaters. Yes, on a flip switch on number 4. Then we just got number 3 still to play with, which is good. All right, so I don't actually plan on doing anything too hectic with this boat, so I think that's probably going to do. I just added a few more seats down the bottom here as well. Now I think we'll just raise the floor here, and then that'll be just about it. So it's just a little bit of painting to go. Also, we do need some lights underneath here too, so let's grab a couple of these. Hopefully we don't interrupt too much upstairs. I think we'll be fine. That's just in the floor there. Yeah, all right, so we'll go down like that. A couple here and a couple towards the front. Let's keep them in the same row. Just like that. That'll be a-okay. And I suppose we can just have a little button for that up here, fill in that last little spot on number 3. So downstairs lights. Downstairs lights. Downstairs lights. That'd be fine. And we'll also have that on a flip switch on number 3. All right, so what I might do off camera, I might quickly sort out a map, find something that I like, and connect it all up. Connect everything to a bit of power, fix up a bit of paint, make sure it's all working, and then I'll be back with you guys, and we're going to give everything a quick test. Alrighty guys, so hopefully everything has been connected and everything has been painted. So these are the colors I've gone for, kind of this light bluish watery sort of color, and I'm not too sure about the colors on the roof, to be honest, but that's fine for now. And I've also painted just down here as well. I haven't painted in the engine room because it's an absolute mess, and I really don't want to go in here if we don't have to. But yeah, everything should be connected. I guess we're about to find out. So let's save it, spawn it in, and give everything a quick test. Alrighty, so let's jump aboard. We may have to sleep, so I think it's going to be dark soonish. Yeah, so there we go anyway. Let's jump aboard, shut that door just in case. Actually, we are going to have to go out there, so let's leave it open for now. Okay, so let's test everything out here. So engine on. Okay, the engine is starting. We have our lovely map here, so we can actually see where we are now, which is handy. We will just turn that off just for now. Also, we have our temperature gauge, RPS, battery, and up here is our fuel. We only have 3,000 litres left. That's not good. That is our speed, which is not connected. So I'll quickly sort that out in just a moment. And we have our little compass just there. Yeah, can't forget about that speed dial though. So we have our reverse, gear, and our lights, and a few other bits and pieces. So interior lights. Yes, very nice. They work. Deck lights, they work, and the ones out the back as well. Yes, they do. Awesome. All right, what have we got next? Rear spotlights. Yeah, oh, jeez. Super bright. Okay, it does work though. I suppose that's good. I might change the color of them though. Let me write this down as I go. Alrighty, so let's turn them off. Our location light. Oh, I felt something light up. They should be working on the top there. Yes, they are. Our green and our red. Very nice. What do we got? Front spotlights on the roof. Yep, they work. Awesome. Our bow lights on the front, they also work. I like that. That's pretty cool. Downstairs lights, I can see that something's turned on up here. Boop. Nice. That all works. And make sure we get up with our ladder too. Awesome. And finally, we have our heaters. Are they going to start? Oh, hello. There's a tire. That heater's on, and there should be one downstairs too. Awesome. Okay, that all seems to be working, which is good. We've just got a couple little things to fix up. So I'll quickly go and fix up the lights because they are a little bit too bright, and that speed dial. So give me 1 sec, and I might also have a snooze while I'm up there, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I've actually had to have a few sleeps to try and get a half-decent day. But yeah, anyway, we should have fixed our issues by now. Let's just test those rear lights, rear spotlights. Yeah, they're probably a little bright still, but that'll be just fine. And then our speed up there. Yeah, it looks like it's working, so we'll see what that reads in a moment. All right, turn them off. Let's get moving here. Location lights, engine on. Oh, also our throttle is on W and S, and our clutch is up and down arrow, just so you guys know. All right, let's zoom out a little bit. Hopefully that volume's not too loud. A little bit of throttle. What RPS are we doing? All right, something like that. Let's start moving here. Okay, here we go. We are on the move. Let's go a little bit more clutch. All right, very good. So let's see how our... Okay, look at that. I'm just going to test our steering. So if we turn right, the boat leans into the corner. Our screen is bobbling all over the place. Oh dear, that's not good. Okay, that's a pretty good speed. I'm not even really How many RPS are we doing? Okay, 10 RPS. Let's go a little bit more clutch. Okay, a little bit less throttle. Yeah, what if we hover around that-ish if we can? Doing a good 150 k's an hour, a little bit of waves, nothing crazy. Might slow down just a little bit. Okay, the screen is bobbling around just a smidge. Maybe those wedges are to blame. I'm not too sure. I'm not really. Yes, I am too worried about it. Actually, let's turn around and fix that. Whoa! Slow down, slow down. Whoa, okay. Still a little unsteady. A lot better than what it was, though. That's fine. To be fair, we did try and turn it about 150. But that's okay. Let's go back and fix this screen issue. I think I might just get rid of the wedges on the top instead of having them to... Oh, but then it won't fit there. I'm not sure. Maybe we should put another pivot in. We'll work something out anyway. Alrighty, that should have fixed it. There's actually a couple of blocks there stopping it from going back, so that might have fixed the issue, which would be nice. Alright, let's try again. Engine on, location lights on. Alright, zoom that out a little bit. Okie dokie. A little bit of throttle. And let's go. Okay, that seems to be a lot better. That's sitting in the dash better now too. Nice, man. Alright, I think we are ready to do a mission, which should be fun next video. Let's just do a little bit of testing. Okay, a little bit more clutch. Okay, we're doing pretty good speed. Let's have our RPS on 7. Okay, try and keep it around there if possible. Okay, slow down a little bit more. Okay, something like that. That's fine. Alright, let's have a look on the outside and see how we're moving along the water. Okay. Yeah, nice. That's not too bad at all, actually. Whee! Diving in a fair bit on some of them, but that's okay. Oh, starting to get a little bit airborne. Okay, I think we just need to go a little bit slower. I think that's all that is. That's fine, yeah. Doing pretty good at about this speed in these waves. Let's head over to the airport and then back. Actually, how much fuel? Okay, we've got 2,700 litres. Got to keep an eye on that. Maybe we can steal some fuel from there next video while we do a mission. It's probably not a bad idea. But this map is really handy. I like that. Maybe we should have had some more dials on a bit of an angle. Oh, that's fine. We'll leave it like this for now. How's our battery doing? It is going down. Okay. That's not good. Maybe it's because we're running at such low RPMs. Only doing 7. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, and here we are. Very nice. Alright, let's slow right down. Whee! Alright, cool. Alright, let's go for a little bit of a run around. Those downstairs lights work, don't they? Yeah, we tested that. Alright, let's go out. Oh, missed a block there, and under here has not been painted. So a couple more little things I can fix up between videos, so that'll be just fine. But anyway, guys, next episode, I actually plan on doing a couple of missions with this thing. I'm not sure what's around at the moment. What do we got here? 2 casualties, 7 grand. Only got 18 minutes on that one. Bit of a tow mission there, so probably neither of those. We might have a bit of a snooze. Also, where is... Oh, there it is there. Yeah, okay, the refinery. Pretty far away, actually, isn't it? Yeah, right. Big distance to go. That's a-okay. But anyway, guys, that's going to do us for today. Like I said, next episode, a couple of missions, make a little bit more money, and we're going to putt around in this thing, and hopefully nothing goes wrong. But until then, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.